Good morning. Day 2 of my first Emigrant wilderness hike, besides coming through on the PCT. And a deer just came by here while I was packing up my stuff. That was nice. It's a beautiful day. So I'm using a paper map, but I also have a GPS-enabled PDF map that I'm using. It was $5 for the Emigrant Wilderness map, made by Tom Harrison Maps, which were the maps that I used way back, paper maps on the John Muir Trail, New Umapoyo Trail. But I also am carrying a paper map because I like seeing the whole thing in real life. So I'm currently about right here. I'm heading this way over Emigrant Pass up to High Emigrant Lake this morning. Yeah, I think it's about 12 miles. So I am starting my morning off pretty leisurely because I haven't gotten a lot of sleep lately. So it was nice to be able to just relax this morning. Felt good. Goodbye to Relief Reservoir. We'll see you on the way out. Going towards Lunch Meadow. I've stopped for the pretty view, and then I started looking down at this plant here, and there's acorns, and what look like acorns growing on it. But the leaves, they're not like any oak I've ever seen. Can acorns grow on non-oaks? Or is this some type of oak bush? Okay, but now I'm going further this way, and I'm seeing little jagged edges on the leaves. So it does look like some kind of oak bush. How interesting! Over here, the elderberries are growing. That's exciting. It's pretty here. I'm going that way. It's a little smoky today. Smells a little smoky today. So this area here is called Sheep Camp. It's about 8.5 miles from the parking lot. Let's stop here, take a little break and get some water. These rocks are pretty cool. just picking the nuts out of the cone. I just looked it up. It's a Clark's nutcracker, which is really common. I just couldn't remember. Up over there. On top of Brown Bear Pass. I think it's brown bear, not black bear. It's pretty over there. There's a bird hovering just above that stream. Looks like it might be hunting. It's got a very distinct white on its tail. It was like hovering over those. I looked it up and I think it was a northern harrier. It's not very common for a hawk or an eagle to fly low like that for so long. And that's what the description says that it does. Plus that whiteness on the tail was really distinct. That's pretty cool. Northern harrier. Passing Emigrant Meadow Lake. You know I'm going to tell you it's pretty. It's pretty. There's people over there. So it looks like, theoretically, I could bushwhack over this way to do a shortcut to get to High Emigrant Lake. But I think bushwhacking's not my forte, and the trail isn't that much farther. So I think I'm going to go up the trail, up to the pass, and then come down that way. Because then I don't have to bushwhack and find a path. I already have a path that I just plop my feet on. It's too windy, so I'm just going to voice over what I was saying. I was saying that this adventure is not really about making the miles and more about exploring my new backyard. So, excited to just wander around a little bit and check things out. Okay, that's where I came from. There's Brown Bear Pass. Came down and around past Emigrant Meadow Lake down below. And now I'm heading over this little bump. Got really only a couple more 100 feet of elevation gain before I get to the top of my climbing for today at Emigrant Pass. I was walking and then I looked down and I thought I saw a snake, but it's a horseshoe! Not a snake. It did startle me though. I think I'm going that way. This is the least passy pass ever. Okay, here's a junction. Emigrant Pass is that away. And then I'm gonna go over there. And then tomorrow morning I'll come back this way. And I came from over there. But then tomorrow I'll continue on my journey that way. As a preview of what's to come tomorrow. But in the meantime, let's go up to Emigrant Pass. Got some people. Those hikers just told me there's some pretty meadows coming up. I'm excited to see them. I'm so excited to live here. This is my backyard. I'm having a good time right now. I'm just gonna appreciate my backyard. All of the prettiness. Oh, also I'm thinking of maybe changing my account name. Instead of Feral Dory, I can be Sierra Dory, since I live in the Sierra now. I don't plan on not living in the Sierra anytime soon. So maybe I'll be Sierra Dory. What do you think? Here's my next junction. I'm at elevation 9653 feet. Emigrant Pass. I mean, these trails sure don't look like trails, but it says Emigrant Pass that way. So I'm gonna start walking that way. I think I see a trail over there, so I'll aim for that. Still not really seeing a trail yet, but I do now. There it is. Back on the trail. Unfortunately, I have turned off the trail that those people were on. So I don't think I'm going to see the beautiful meadows that they talked about. Maybe from up there a little bit more I'll get high enough to see them. Fingers crossed. Okay, guess what? It's pretty! I gotta find something else to say. I think they came from over there. That's Grizzly Peak. I believe this is Grizzly Meadow down below. And then over yonder was where I was gonna go tomorrow. I think down, not over that far ridge, but down below in that valley. Okay, there's my high Emigrant Lake where I'm gonna camp tonight. Actually, I can see where I came from. Here's the Emigrant Meadow Lake, and then Brown Bear Pass over there. You can actually see the trail that I was on. And so this would have been the bushwhack coming through here, up this drainage maybe, or maybe the drainage on the other side of that, coming up this way. Actually doesn't look like it would have been too bad. But now I know where the trail goes, and now I know for the future if I want to cut across that way, cross country. Because I'm learning my backyard. Okay, here's home sweet home. High Emigrant Lake. Look at the little rock dam. Ooh. Fishies. Okay, there's a person over there. There's a person over there. I think there's a person right here. I'm gonna go up here. Also, it's leave no trace to be at least 200 feet from the water, setting up camp. For me, 200 feet is about 40 steps. No, it's about 80 steps. It's about 40 paces. And a pace is a left and a right, so 80 steps. Home sweet home. Oh, look at those rocks over there. They look cool. I'll wedge myself into that crack. Let's set up camp first. I'm being indecisive again about where I want to put my tent. So I went down to the water, got some water, and now I'm still standing in the spot. I'm gonna go check out that crack while I'm deciding. Pretty cool looking rock. It's all swirly. Stripey. Look at the crack. I can't really climb through there. Too diagonal. It was pretty cool looking. Okay. My indecisiveness is coming from, it's gonna be a little breezy tonight, like 15 miles an hour, but this is gonna be challenging to stay down here because it's pretty much this slab of rock that's running with just some sand on top of it. So like my tent pole or my trekking pole can't even go through. So no tent poles, no tent stakes. And I am like within 5 miles of that night before Sonora Pass that I got blown over, which is making me extra cautious. So I'm set up in a beautiful place. I live here now. It's my backyard. It's really nice that this is my backyard now. Ever since I lived in Mammoth like 15 years ago, I wanted to find a place that was comparable to the Sierra that had endless amounts of mountain exploration, and I didn't find it, so I've circled back and now I'm here. It's really, really exciting. It was a little windy up there, so hopefully you can hear me better here. I didn't bring my microphone, and then my battery died. It's been kind of a whirlwind where as soon as I finished the PCT, I went home. I had 5 days to sort out all my stuff with Thomas, pack up a trailer. Thomas and my in-laws helped load everything up because I ended up hurting my back. So that was really, I'm really grateful for that. Thank you so much. Yeah, and then my sister came up and we drove down, and then I unloaded into a storage unit and started work. And so now I've been at work for 3 weeks. I also had to find a place to live, unload the storage unit and close that out. So it's just been a kind of a go of things I had to do, get done. And so now that I'm done with all of that, I've been finding myself in front of the TV with a bucket of ice cream. And that's not a good place for me to be. I have a 3-day weekend, so I decided I needed to go hike again. And it's weird because being in my tent last night, I felt more at home there in my tent than I have anywhere in a while now. I think my new place will feel more like home after a while. So that's where I'm at right now. I am in a beautiful place a dream place where I want to live in a job that I'm really excited about, that pays well, and then I get the summers off. So I've got all of those good things going for me. I've got 2 more days of this backpack trip. I'm really excited to keep seeing more of the Sierra. So if you want, let me know. If you want me to keep recording stuff, I might keep recording stuff. If it's useful or helpful. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. Have a good night. Thank you.